2. And we're on.
All right. Hello, and welcome to another evening of Dungeons and Dad Jokes. We are, if this is your first time joining us, please subscribe. You can join the live chat if you subscribe. A few of us often are in there. I tend to leave it off because, it's just too distracting. I got too many things going on my plate. So if you want to join the live chat, subscribe.
I'll chat with you.
Yeah.
Hello.
So,
How you doing?
That's
How
a
you
little bit.
doing?
all right. What happened last time? Oh shoot, I lost my screen. There we go. What happened last time? Upon landing on the symbol stone, Forsyth disappeared. Unsure where he is, the group quickly focused on the insect-like creatures that began to approach aggressively. As they leave their nests, some of the missing villagers become visible, stuck within the nests. Once the creatures are disposed of, the villagers are freed and asked to stay on top of the stone while the group investigates the area. Seeing only the 4 pools of water spilling over the edge and a holographic projection of a crashing wave, Kadeth flies around to see if there are any entrances around the sides. He does find one behind the southern waterfall and discovers an orb, at least partially responsible for the projection. He also sees that the tunnel travels deeper and ends at a spiral staircase to a dimly lit room below. The group quickly was carried to the tunnel. Fix and Evangeline inspected the orb to find it made of the same material from Saji, that we have affectionately called unobtainium, and is powered by a clear crystal suspended in its center. Seeker quietly descends the stairs to see a room with another orrery and a strange creature on the wall. Soon the group joins Seeker and they kill the creature seemingly guarding the orrery. Fix and Evangeline looked over the machine in the room and found it to be similar to the one in Saji. They are able to adjust and repair some worn cogs, and it begins to hum as it comes back to life. When it begins to move, Kadeth senses magic surrounding the rock. Wanting to check it out further, he goes back to the opening and looks out. He is able to see a sphere of magic encompassing the rock, at least 100 feet away. As she is enclosing the small orb, Evangeline discovers another card, the Talons card. The group looks over the card carefully and sees that it is indeed altered. This one has a white drake claw squeezing a black orb, causing cracks along its surface. Lightning emits from the cracks in the orb. Seeker recognizes this orb on the card as the one in his possession. Upon their return to the surface, the villagers inquire about getting back to the ground in order to continue their mission to find those that were sent to the southern wall. Seeker quickly transports them to the ground, and the group then travels around the other stones for any additional areas to explore. They do find an opening on the largest stone, known as Margle, and enter in. With several tunnels to choose from, they decide to head to the top. As they reach the highest point within the tunnels, it opens up into a city square, quiet and dark. And that is where we are picking up.
Well,
Forsyth, you are still not with them just yet.
I want to
Who's
start
the sixth character?
What?
In the artwork, I see 6 characters, but there's only 5 of us here.
Is it
For the
Evangeline's companion?
There is a companion.
And what?
In the artwork? I'm sorry, I was just looking at it.
Oh,
Episode title? Why are there
Oh.
6?
That's
The
me.
DM.
Oh, okay. Which one is you?
I'm the girl with the glasses.
Girl that's not me.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, the girl that's not
the
her.
one toward the middle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That didn't help at all, but thank you. Now the girl in the middle, thanks. Okay. Okay.
All right.
I want to start looking around, see if there's any sign of life anywhere, see if there's any indication how long people haven't been here if they're not.
All right. You can go ahead as you begin to look around. You can roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna look for any like markings, runes, any indication of anything like that.
24.
20. Wow, that's pretty good for you.
Yeah.
All right. Kadeth, you are going to, upon looking around, you're going to notice that this city has been abandoned. There are some areas that seem to have been left in a hurry, and other areas seems to have been a little bit more prepared. But anything that was left behind seems to have decayed and withered and has kind of turned to dust. You do find a couple of more metal plates and such here and there, just a standard metal. It's not the same metal as the other stuff. It's
How,
iron
how
or
old does this stuff look?
really old.
Like, are we talking a couple, like, second age or third age?
Probably closer to third age. Evangeline.
Which is when we think the city disappeared in the first place, right?
Right around there.
Okay.
Actually, any of you can roll investigation.
I'll roll some investigation.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see anything that he was looking for, I would have pointed it out, but
Oh, jeez.
or anything that would have interested anybody in specific. I
Do we all
definitely
get to
would
roll
point
or
it out.
no?
Yeah, you can all roll investigation if you wish.
Don't mind if I do.
As you
Guess
all
I
have
should-
your own specialties.
17. Not much better. Not
17.
better at all, actually. You got an 18, right? Could have.
Oh, I got
He
a
He
it.
got
24.
24.
Oh yeah, nowhere near.
You
I'm
said
not good for-
investigation?
Investigation.
Well, I can't
Good.
get to 24, but I'll go with a 16.
That's not bad. Evangeline, did you roll as well?
I got a 21.
You got a 21. Okay. All of your, you're looking around and whatnot. Seeker, you're going to find much the same thing, that things seems to have been rushed out of here. This is the way you're getting a sense as you're looking at some things. You kind of peek in some buildings. You see some of the backs of the buildings are rubbish. It's like it's been caved in. You are going to, through your military knowledge and whatnot, you can see that this was an evacuation. They evacuated this city. It didn't just people died and was gone. They evacuated this city. Kadeth, you are going to continue to kind of look around. You are going to find some skeletal remains in some of that rubbish. You're going to see some skeletal remains because of your 24. Fix, you looking around
Mhm.
because of your knowledge and proclivities and your race. You are going to notice that some of the stonework, you've recognized some of the stonework from Shaji even. Though Shaji was more metal than stone, the carving of the stone in Shaji is reminiscent of the carvings of the stone here. So you know the city is super old, at least second age. The city itself is second age. And Evangeline, putting some things together, you're figuring that this city probably survived into the Third Age, gathering some of the information that you have seen and some of the stuff that you've read in Shaji and in the Order of Truth. You're figuring this city itself survived into the Third Age and even survived some within the Third Age. This city was probably evacuated, upon Seeker's knowledge, in the Third Age.
I'm gonna call Seeker over since I know with his military background, he's probably got some knowledge of how people die,
Okay. I will come over.
and see if basically, Seeker, can you tell me? I know it's not much to go on because it's a skeleton at this point, but any idea how how this person might have died?
Medicine, is that Jody?
Yep.
I have a +6.
Hey.
Let me see. Oh, that's a 25.
Nice.
Almost got a 20. Almost.
Will you be able to see how they died? Not sure, because they're
Depends
mostly
on how they
skeletons.
died.
Yeah.
If it was by like a blade, you could maybe see
I do
blade marks on the
psychokin.
bones.
I do
Yeah.
psychokinesis or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Psychometry, whatever.
Psychometry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at these skeletons. You know, some of these being under rubble, there's a very good chance that they were just crushed and like the city being destroyed. Um, some of them seem to, there are a few that seem to have just perished, possibly died of starvation
Mm-hmm.
or something of that nature. There are a few that are just skeletons kind of just sitting in a corner of a room. Um, but very few. Most of the skeletons that you're kind of finding is under rubble.
I'll share that with you. I'll
Mhm.
say that's probably obvious, meaning that one's buried. The others, most likely
Right.
starvation.
So a lot of these people who died might have been the ones who either didn't want to evacuate or
No
for
choice.
whatever reason couldn't.
No way out. Terrible
Hmm.
business, that.
Um, I want to look around. I want to also take a look and see if there's any kind of surviving books. I know it's not likely, but anything of that nature, or scrolls, or anything that I'll do detect magic. See if there's anything,
All right.
maybe that survived through magical means that might have some sort of identification as to people or place names or anything like that.
All right. You're looking around. You don't sense any magic right off the cuff. You do as you look around, you do seem to find what looks like maybe a town hall or some kind of meeting place. There are shelves and stuff there, but you don't see any remnants of books. Everything there, you might see some like the covers of the books, the ones that, the covers that are very well tanned leather that has kept kind of over the years, very brittle. But the paper is kind of long gone.
Even if like any of the covers have any inscriptions or any title on them.
Um, you will find on one of the covers, you will be able to make out the records of records of Osnu.
Osnu?
Hmm?
Okay. Does that ring a bell to me at all? Does it mean anything?
Um, you would know it as being, or it seems familiar enough to associate it with the cities, the 16 cities that you found the names of in the Library of Shaji.
Okay. Does it seem to refer to a specific one or
Osnu was the name of one of the cities.
okay? So we just need to look at the notes and see which one that was.
Should I roll a history check or a knowledge check or something?
You can. It's in session
18.
the city of Shaji. I want to bookmark it.
Yes. Oznu, OZNU.
Do you know which number it was
It
or
was.
which location?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do because I made a map.
Yeah, no.
The map actually is on here too.
Right, but we don't have them labeled except for
Oh yeah, you
1,
only
2,
have
3,
the
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oznu was the one at the foundation stones, believed
Okay, so that was the one here.
to be a great turtle, like a turtle dragon. So that could be verification, and that's what we learned from Saji.
Okay, so it appears we have found the remnants of the city that was here.
Is there
What now?
any timey-wimey sickness for Fix at the moment? Okay.
everything seems to be good for you.
I'm gonna do the same thing we did at one point in
What about the
Shaji.
rest of us?
See, now we're asking no.
I'm gonna start looking around for temples and see if I see one for. I'll look out for Kelemvor and whatever Fixes is. I'm totally blanking. Gond.
If you tell us, we'll help you.
Raven Queen. Well, yeah, I'd mention it that I'm gonna look around for that, but after I'm done with looking through the book, through whatever remnants of any books are there at the town hall.
As you kind of leave the area of the central square, kind of off of the central square, you begin to run across some of the temples. As you leave that square, all of you are going to feel a little cold sensation, almost like a light breeze, but you don't really feel the air movement, but it feels like a light breeze. Kadath, you're going to hear a whisper.
Okay.
And it's going to say, it's like, saw it coming, and it's just kind of like there's words before but words after, and you don't hear it. And then it says, we were next. It will say, all is lost. Run.
Does it seem to be like when I'm in a certain spot?
No, it was like as soon as you left the square, you started to feel this and started to hear whispers.
Well, my detect magic is going, so
Yeah, you don't sense magic.
okay.
However, as you begin to walk by one of the temples, you will sense a blip of magic.
From the temple?
One of the temples. When you turn to it, you're going to see that there's like a symbol of a waterfall on this temple. And you're going to just sense a very brief, like almost like a teleportation would have happened or something. It's a very brief flash of magic and then it's gone.
Gonna cautiously approach that temple.
All right.
And
the rest,
if anybody else is with me, I'll let them know what I sense.
I'll be with you if you'll allow me to.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah, I can't imagine you guys. No, please split the party. Oh,
Mm-mm.
We're trying
You
to
had-
kill with everyone, hurrah, hurrah. Split the party, then you're done, hurrah. Sorry.
So you walk toward the temple. As you go toward the temple, there's no doors on this temple. But as you
Open
kind
sesame. Sorry.
of there is no doors. You walk to the temple. As you approach the threshold, you see Forsyth standing in this temple. Forsyth, you're holding a parchment in your hand.
Okay. I
What
have-
about the
See
pear
your
tree?
God as well? Were you on a spirit quest, as it were, young man? Like me?
Welcome back.
Thanks, I think. I'm not sure where I was. I was by a pool. I saw gem in the water and I dived in.
Well,
That's all I really can say right now.
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
him.
missed some fun. And I'm assuming what's her name is still with us too,
Osha.
following us around.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless you want her to
Koshi.
go with the villagers, she
Kosha.
will.
Kosha.
I
Unless
thought,
you
Yeah.
want her
I
to
thought
stay
my
with you.
memory was bad until I started playing with you guys.
Well, my
I'm
brain
66
isn't being
years old. I'm
used
allowed to
at all.
forget things.
And I'm on a mental break.
I'm on a
all
mental
life long.
sabbatical.
But yeah, Kosha being with you is totally up to you guys. She will stay with you if you want her to, or she will go with the villagers if you don't want her to stay with you. That is totally up to you.
Oh, she could
I-
come with us. She might fall off.
Hey, she's
Although
my friend.
whatever her mission was is what she should do.
Yeah. Well, and I assume she'd want to stay with us till Forsyth reappears, anyways.
Forsyth was missing.
He's
So
not all
you're
there.
back, and there's no
From outer
information.
space.
Back from outer
When-
space, yeah. There's
When
one
I
there,
came
but-
back, I gave you a full dissertation as to what transpired, but you've got bupkis.
Well, it could be that yours was a little more important than mine.
I highly doubt that. All of our destinies are tied. Make no mistake.
You never
Or
know.
it could be that just some things are, I don't know, I'm too ashamed to talk about.
Oh, that's all you had to say. I won't ask another word. I apologize.
Well, just give him time to process. I'm sure he'll share what he can when he can.
Speaker comes and puts his hand on your shoulder. Truly, I am sorry. I crossed the line and I apologize.
Don't sweat it. It's nothing to worry about.
He's very
And he
respectful
makes
of
sure
people's boundaries.
and he makes sure his gloves are on tightly.
Alright.
So do I have any idea whose temple this is?
Roll me
I'm looking too, because now I'm curious.
or religion. And yes, you do have a parchment in your hand, Forsyth. You have not read it yet.
Mhm.
I
I've got
will
religion.
assist
Well,
Cadet.
I'll read it
Nat
while they're
20.
looking around the temple.
I
got
will
a
assist
12.
you, Cadet, in looking for signs of who this might be.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
So
I got
25.
a 12.
You got a 12 with your assist.
Yeah. A 4 and a 2 on the dice. So
Wow, that's harsh.
yeah.
All right. There's a number of things this could be. That just from your guys' knowledge of reading various religions, and some histories, and what you did already find in Shaji, there is a number of things this could be. But probably as you're kind of looking through the temple and looking at some carvings, because they're carvings, there's nothing left in here as far as like any wooden altars or pews or tapestries or anything like that. All of that is gone. But the carvings seems to tell you that this is some kind of god or goddess of nature. Um, Probably more closely associated with water, with the waterfalls. And trying to put the two together, you're not 100% sure. It's not a major deity. Um, this is definitely more of a minor deity here. Uh, you're probably thinking it might be El Elron. Elron? Eldath?
Ron Hubbard.
Eldath. Eldath.
Eldath.
Yeah.
Did you hear my roll?
Yeah, you got
Jody?
20.
25.
Oh, 25 total. Yeah,
Yes.
you're pretty sure it might be Eldath.
Looking at the carvings and everything, since we found like secret passages and stuff hidden previously, and Fix is kind of fixated on that. He's going to be looking for any sort of secret passages or hidden areas.
Okay.
While they do all this looking around, I'm going to read the parchment.
All right. You read
In a
the
pear tree.
and the
Yeah,
pear
that
tree.
too.
As they're looking around, you open up the parchment in your hand, and it seems to be like the last page of a record book or something of that nature. It doesn't seem old, like it's not an old piece of parchment. You're not quite sure how you ended up with it, but the words on it says, "To the southern temple to find refuge."
Okay.
Well, it doesn't get more southern than this. Not that I know what it says, but
I
It
will
actually
go ahead and
does
read
get
it
more
out.
southern.
I will read it out loud because it doesn't make sense to me.
Why are you
Um,
saying those words?
That's what's on this paper I got here.
Oh,
I take a look at that.
You can look at it, and
Does
I'll hand
there,
it to him.
knowing my history and stuff, does there seem to be anything that might indicate that it's talking about this place other than just being a southern temple?
No. Though it does seem like, just kind of looking at it, you've seen orders come through the Order of Balance before for movement of people, call to arms, various things like that within your temple. And this very much resembles something like that. And it is a call for evacuation. And you're assuming this to the southern temple. They are to evacuate to the southern temple.
on the map there is some sort of battlement or crenellations or something south on the foundations of the foundation stones. Perhaps that's what it indicates.
Maybe. Forsyth, where did you get this wherever it was you were?
Somehow it appeared in my hand when I came back.
Interesting.
So I'm absolutely not sure where it came from.
Writing style wise, does it seem to be, even though I know the parchment looks like it's new, does it seem to be old?
Looks like writing style similar to that you saw on Shaji.
Huh. Well, somehow you've managed to get a piece of the past, I think.
Okay.
I think there maybe more to this city than meets the eye.
Maybe
That
it's
could
a
be said for all
transformer.
of them. Roll out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, looking around, I mean, I'll glance around this place, see if there's anything else in here, but otherwise, I want to keep looking for other temples
Nope.
and other businesses and.
Nope. Fix, in all of your looking around, trying to find a secret room or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not finding anything in this temple.
Well, this is a worthless temple then.
No
Well,
secret
it is a
places.
minor god.
Well,
Oh.
no secret
Only a
doors. I know
minor
why
deity.
a minor god. Why it's just a minor god. Real
Well,
Well,
gods
if it's
have
minors,
secret
maybe the
areas.
dwarves would know something.
Hold a second. And I give everybody all the knowledge I know about Eldeneth.
Okay.
I think she has
Elgath.
something to do with water. Elven god, if I remember correctly. I don't.
Yep.
That's Robert talking. I don't know.
Let me pull her up.
Yeah, she's like the elven goddess of water or something.
My wife asked me the other day, "How do you remember all of this shit?" And it's like, I don't know. It's something I love, I guess. I don't know.
The random stuff I'm more likely to remember than the stuff I actually need.
Right?
Tell her to be
Well,
glad you remember her.
yeah. D&D, I
Elgath
remember with no problem.
was a lake spirit who was often worshipped as a goddess of peace and calm waters, also called the
Mm,
mother guardian of groves. Sometimes
okay.
referred to as the green goddess, also.
I don't know how that's relevant, but it might be pertinent at some time. What other places are there to explore here that we missed as of yet?
You've kind of hit the center of the city and out beyond just slightly. You have also passed a lot of tunnels, but you're figuring this is the central part of the city. Everything else outside of this would be storehouses, maintenance areas, residential areas, things of that nature. You have hit that main part of the city. You will find a couple of other temples. You'll find one to Kelemvor, and one to Gond, most likely.
Anything
Ravenqueen,
going on in either
not
place?
no, it is
No.
like completely barren. You see some carvings on the walls and things like that that confirm that yeah, this is a temple to Kelemvor. But
I'm assuming Fix
nothing's
doesn't
left
find
behind.
any secret places here
No,
either.
there's no secret places here, Fix. I'm sorry.
So I propose we go and get our wayward friends who were abducted, get them to the ground, send them on their way, and continue south. Clearly,
Do it.
your message. Damn it, what is his name? I want to call him by his name.
Foresight.
Forsyth. Thank you. Thank you. Clearly, by your instructions, Forsyth, it appears that is the next leg in our journey.
Okay.
I do want to make sure that we check out the rest of the floating islands real quick.
Oh, I
Well,
thought you did.
For
I got a
DM
hand wave
Fiat.
that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
thank
Yeah.
you. For
we
DM
had-
Fiat. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to
no.
make sure because
I basically, I believe at the end of the last episode, I basically said you explored all of these other islands, but the only one you found interest in was Margle, the biggest one.
And then we went to Spaceballs and we were going to the sand with a pick and we said, man, we ain't found shit.
You said there would be a temple to Gond here.
Mhm.
Fix would go there, check it out. I'm guessing it's similar. Well, with Gond being a craftsman, I don't know that everything would have been of wood. So, is there an altar? Is there anything like that?
Well, probably there is an altar in Gon's temple, probably made out of iron or steel,
Mhm.
somewhere in those vicinities. Probably has some gold inlay, um, because of who Gon does. But there is nothing of like value. You're not finding
Yeah.
any secret passages or anything of that nature.
Okay. Fix would probably take one of the small projects or little piece of scrap, that he's been working on, and just put it on the altar as a tribute. Figuring this place hasn't had tribute in a long time.
That is very true. No tribute here. Considering
And it
most
would
people
be
can't even reach it.
Yeah, and it would be something of obtanium.
Okay.
So,
All right. that color.
Why'd it get so quiet?
Because I'm writing a note.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else you wish to do? Looking around Osnu, this is a very vacant, empty city.
I mean, I would
This
check
is a
out as many
town.
places as I can to see if there are any other books or any remnants of magic or anything that might remain that might tell us anything. But otherwise, no.
No, you are not finding anything. It is long since decayed and turned to dust. You see very little remnants. And there is a layer of dust on everything.
Okay.
I know
Well-
we're being thorough, Kadath, but we should get going.
I agree. Might as well hit the road.
Can we make it to those people and I ferry them down one by one?
Yep.
It's going to probably take a while, but
Oh, we already did that.
Oh
You
yeah,
did
we
already
did that
ferry them
before.
to the ground.
we did put them on the ground? I thought
Yeah.
we. Oh, okay. Then never mind. They're
Yeah, we
Before
gone.
you came to here. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gone.
You put them on the ground. All right, so you head down, back to land.
Yep.
At this point, I'm going to actually ask Koshi, do you want to go with us or do you want to escort those people back to their homes?
Well, I believe that they have continued directly south to the southern wall, but I can totally catch up with them.
Well,
And
it's up to you if you
ensure
want to
their
stay with
safety.
us.
What southern wall? Robert's asking. I don't see one on the map.
The southern wall is the southernmost area.
Oh, that whole range. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of that range.
Like a mountain range or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mountains.
It's you guys would know that it's not just a mountain, it is a cliff of
That
ice.
just falls off the world.
Yep.
That's cool.
Well, kind of. It's a cliff in front of you. Think
The White Wall in Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Cliffs of Insanity. Oh wait.
It's no, that's
Oh
not-
yeah, I like the Cliffs of Insanity.
It's the Cliffs of Insanity. No, that is called the Southern Wall. They call it the Southern Wall.
Inconceivable.
You say that word a lot. I don't think you know what it means.
So,
All right, we've all seen that movie too many times.
Way.
but we're thinking we need to go south toward that.
That is the
If
parchment
you look
said.
at the map, that's the
Yeah.
only
South.
structure that appears south of this location.
Well, then south we go. Kosha,
I'm gonna-
are you joining us?
I don't know if I need to or not. I will leave that up to you. I will go and catch up with these people if you guys wish to continue without me.
Well, it
Well,
looks
the
like we might be
epitome of the
catching up with
fallen.
them.
I have
Well, did
epitome of what?
Did
A
they go
follower.
south?
I
I thought
They
they went
did.
north.
No, they came south. They went straight south. Because the village sends people to the southern wall to work. There is an area of the southern wall that they use. They chip away ice off the southern wall,
Ah,
and ship it out.
You know,
and-
they might know of a temple in or around the southern wall.
Perhaps.
Let's go catch up with them, guys.
sure.
Certainly.
We could probably
Seeker's
make
gonna
sure
take a
find them.
Seeker's gonna take a high orbit
All right.
location to scout ahead. I should be able to see very far since the land is predominantly flat.
Very much so.
And I'll just scout that way.
All right. Roll me your perception.
Perception +6. That is a 21.
All right. You fly up. The sun is, well, no, it's probably midday, to be honest. Well, maybe early evening. And because you took some time to investigate Osnu. So early evening-ish. The sun is nearing the horizon. You do see some way ahead of you a small light. You believe it's probably a campfire.
I will come down and let them know what I potentially see, and then I'll go back up as we head towards it.
Okay, we'll keep heading that way.
Forsyth will maintain a regular halfling form.
All right. As the sun, well, the sun sets, as you continue to head that direction, you continuously get closer. About an hour after the sun sets, you come up to a camp that has the 4 villagers that you rescued off the top of that mountain, top of that stone.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings and salivations.
We did not expect you to come to the south.
Neither did we, but we had questions. Do you know the temple south of this location?
I don't know if it's a temple or not, but there's definitely some weird stuff that happens on top of the wall, and a little to the west of where our people go. There's some weird things that happen up there. Every now and then, we'll have some rogue snow lopers that are just feral, and we have to put them down. But yeah, there's just some weird stuff that happens up over there. So if you're looking for a temple, I'd probably check there first.
Excellent.
Is it far from where you were headed to?
Well, we're headed straight south. I would say another, I don't know, no more than a half day's journey to the west along the wall.
Then
No
I'd say
loper?
we could ugly.
Yeah.
I'd say then why don't we just go with you until we get to the wall, and we can make our way from there.
May we share your fire for the night?
Yes, most certainly.
Cool.
So you bed down for the night, hunker down, take watches.
Are any of them hurt?
No, they all seem to be okay at this time.
I
A
see
couple
any,
of you
I'll
did
take 'em.
some healing at the top of the stone,
Oh yeah.
so they're all pretty good. So the evening goes by quietly, so you can go ahead and get a long rest. Mark your characters if you've used some spells or whatever.
Okay.
Hey.
Happiness and joy.
That's
Long
right.
rest.
Long rest. And it's a good rest. Stop.
He's just echoing your.
Right? All right. Morning comes. They break camp. They head further south to the southern wall. Toward the end of the second day, it is getting colder.
Not for me.
Yeah, those of you who don't have any kind of cold resistance, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you.
Or a Constitution check. Make it a check.
So I don't need to.
No.
I'm presuming that I could become something that's going to be.
You could if you do want
It's
to
not
use
in
that.
there.
I am going to become a polar bear.
Hey, hey.
Polar bar.
Oh, bear.
Then I don't have to worry about the cold resistance.
Right?
Blubber.
Sorry for the noise. I'm looking for something. I'll be done very quickly.
Oh, you're good. All right. What'd you roll, Evangeline?
19.
19. You're polar bear. You're resistant. Fix.
You said a save or a check?
Check.
18.
18. You're fine. Kosha's doing pretty good. She's shivering a little bit, but she passed barely. The 4 villagers seem like they're just taking it in stride. They're pretty used to making this trek in some way or another.
A trek to the stars.
As the evening comes and you begin to look for a camp, you will spot a ice structure, humanoid in shape, ahead of
The
you.
structure's humanoid?
The structure is humanoid,
Interesting.
Asking
almost
the
like a
Okay.
statue.
asking the
or,
villagers, is that a way marker? That's how you know that you're going the right way?
I said, no, I've
Hmm.
never seen anything like that coming this way.
Kadeth, is it magical?
Well, I'd
You
have to get a
follow
lot
the
closer to
ball,
know
you know.
that.
Oh, how close is it? Or how far is it?
30 feet.
I mean,
No.
you're seeing it probably about 100 feet or so from you as the sun is setting.
How does it
Kinda
look from
glint.
the air?
From the air, you can see the sun glinting off of it. It looks like an ice sculpture or something, the way the
Is
sun
it
is
moving?
glinting. No, it is not.
Ooh.
There
Yeah.
any tracks around it that suggest it has moved recently?
No, there is not, as you're approaching it.
We'll just approach cautiously, but
But we will approach.
hopefully it's nothing important. And just a randomly appearing giant sculpture. How
Oh,
tall
that's
is it?
common. That's common. Yes.
It's about 6 foot.
Oh, okay. It's not that big. Okay.
No.
Well, in that case, then gonna look and see.
I'd have thought it was
Is-
20 foot tall or something.
Yeah,
No.
once we get closer, I will just cast detect magic, but also take a look and is it an actual person that froze, or is it just an ice sculpture?
As you're taking a closer look at it, it looks like a person that froze. Your detect magic is very faint off of it. This is something that's probably happened, and it's permanent, and the magic is just fading. It's on the edge of gone.
Can I make an extra check?
Sure.
If there's anything in the ice that would cause that? 13.
13.
Probably not enough.
No. As far as you can tell, nothing natural would have caused this.
Okay,
Well-
so something magical caused it?
Most likely.
Yeah,
That's your
or a
determination.
creature.
That's why I was looking for a creature. Maybe it had a magical ability.
Can I
Uh,
dispel magic on it?
You are welcome to
I-
try.
I
You
will
can
cast
certainly
dispel
try.
magic at 4th level.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the villagers if they recognize this person.
I rolled a 10. I don't know what pluses I have on that, but
It would be your spellcasting modifier.
okay, so +2.
Wow, I thought that was higher. No,
Yeah,
it does
well,
not
I'm
seem to be dispelling.
okay, no problem. We
What
might
did
want
we
to
see
carry this
inside of
guy
it?
along.
Or what is it?
a
It
person.
looks like a
How is it a
person.
person?
But it's almost, it's weird because though it has some solid substance to it, it looks like a person.
Mhm.
It is mostly an ice sculpture at this point.
Huh.
Maybe we
And
want to
you ask the
carry it back.
villagers, a couple of the villagers look at it and they kind of talk with one another in a little bit of disbelief. And they're now
And what
like,
is it to try to figure out if something there's a creature that can do this? Is it nature or
right.
something else?
I tried
But it's
nature, but I didn't roll
nature
high
and
enough.
Seeker didn't roll high enough. A couple of the villagers say, well, it's kind of hard to make out, but it kind of looks like Belisar.
Is he from your village?
Yeah, he's one of the workers that went to the southern wall this last time.
Well, perhaps we could make a sledge and carry him back there so we can try to undo that's whatever has happened to him.
But the ice isn't magic.
No, it does not.
The magic was there is fading anyways.
Yeah, it's very, very faint.
Um,
Um,
my smith's tools and such has probably like a couple pound hammer at least, and probably a chisel in it. I'm gonna see if I can chisel some ice off.
Okay. Where do you want to chisel ice off?
Be
Um,
careful you don't break his arms.
How close is the ice to the flesh?
It seems to be the flesh.
Oh, I misunderstood that then.
Speaker's giving
Yeah.
you a very strong look right now, but he's not saying anything.
Never mind. I didn't realize it was like.
Okay.
I thought it was like a.
what
I thought
about
it was.
attempting to melt him?
How about just hugging him?
I'll just give him a hug.
If a polar bar hugs him, then it might work a
Yeah.
lot quicker.
Yeah, well,
Alright.
I'm now a halfling for now
Oh.
because I needed to be
Yeah.
able to cast.
Yeah, it only works for so long. So you give him a little bit of a hug, or rub down one area, kind of thing. Rub his fingers, see if he
It's
thaws
a
out a
rubber
little
dub
bit.
dolly.
Is it
You
if it's
realize
getting nighttime, we'd probably have torches, especially if some people are human.
a lot of you
Use
actually do have some dark
Halfling.
vision, but yeah.
so we'd
Um,
probably use the torch to see if it'll melt.
If you use a little bit of fire to see if you can melt, you're going to quickly discover that he is melting. But he's not coming back to life. He's melting as if he were an ice
It's
sculpture.
been transmuted to ice, folks. This is a magical effect.
Yeah,
Right,
then
that's
let's
why I
not
tried
do
to
that
dispel
for
it.
now.
With that knowledge, can I use Arcana to see if I can think of some creature that has this sort of effect, or a spell that would?
You can try, sure.
I'll assist you if you let me. I've got +5, I think.
Yeah.
You
Two
do
heads
it
are better
with
than
it.
one.
Someone's got more.
I've got a
Evangeline.
+4.
Mine
Doesn't
is a
Evangeline?
+8.
Oh,
Yeah,
then take it.
assist Evangeline then.
Yeah.
Ah,
I was,
that was
I
a
was thinking
12-sider, not a
radiant.
20-sider.
I was thinking Moonbeam, but Moonbeam would probably kill him.
Probably.
Well, not necessarily.
24.
With a 24, you are unaware of any creature that can do this. Most likely, this is the effect of some kind of Numenera or somebody
Yeah.
that's awakened maybe from the second age or something that has that powerful magic that created the Numenera to begin with. You have no idea, but you're pretty sure that this is not a creature's effect.
Almost like flesh to stone, or flesh to stone, but in this case, flesh to
Flesh to
ice
ice.
Flesh to ice.
type spell. Well, I'd say let's leave him frozen and
Carry him back.
carry him to the wall with us at least.
If you guys can make a sledge, I can drag him.
Yeah.
Are there any materials to make one around? I have a 5 nature.
Likely, you could figure
No,
it
I have
out.
a 2 nature. Sorry, I thought that's something else. Somebody have a higher nature than 2?
I have a 3.
Yeah,
Forsyth?
I have a 3.
I'll assist you.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, that works. Yeah, you're going to be able to put together something.
All
Rolling
right.
across this flat plain of basically cold desert, and there's a lot of snow and ice already that you're trudging
Well,
across.
a polar bear
pretty
has enough
easy.
power to pull it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
gonna be
like
easy.
I feel like Senior or whoever suggested the sled is stealing my Saturday idea.
Right?
Yes. Make a
I
sled.
wasn't there Saturday.
Uh-huh. The place could
I
be
think of
bugged.
my I
That could
think
be
of my
bugged.
own ideas. Thank you very much.
They just happen to be very similar to my own.
Very
I
similar.
see.
No, the one you should blame is Jody because she came up with those scenarios.
Ah, it is
Yeah,
Jody's
but
fault.
well, let's face it
Hey.
though. The sledge made
Yeah, but
made sense.
It does. No,
it
I
does.
It
It
does.
does.
We just had a similar kind of thing on Saturday to deal with.
yeah.
All right. So you're able to put together something fairly easily and pull it further south toward the southern wall. You stay the night. You get another long rest. You do
Stay.
hear
Heal.
some noises throughout the night, but nothing that's concerning. Especially with the villagers, they let you know that some of those noises are probably the snow lopers near the southern wall, because they use snow lopers for a lot of stuff
Ah,
down here.
so outer lopers.
Yeah, outer lopers. They're not
Yeah, not
desert
interlopers.
lopers. They're not interlopers. They're snow lopers. So, you get another night's rest. You're gonna get your wild shapes and all of that good stuff.
Right.
In the morning, you
I get my
continue
4th level
onward.
back too.
Yep. You continue onward toward the southern wall.
Well, before I do that, can I go ahead and retry the dispel magic, or is that a past
Yeah.
thing?
Nope. You can try again.
Roll
Okay.
better.
But roll better, right?
Roll better.
Good luck with that. How about a natural 20?
That'll work.
Ooh. For a natural 20, you do see some of that, the ice starts to turn back into flesh. This is going to be a very slow process, you sense. Kadeth,
But just in case, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on what I can of him
that's probably a good thinking.
to keep him viable.
Yep. Kadeth, with your detect magic, because I'm assuming you're pretty much always on because you can cast it at will.
Which one's will?
Yeah, right. Which one's will? This one's will currently. You are going to see the magic kind of almost vibrate around him for a little bit as it kind of fights this dispelling. So you also are going to see that magically the aura is kind of fighting a little bit. It's vibrating, and it is just going to take time. He start the process. It'll just take time from here on
I
out.
give him 11 hit points from the cellular annealer, and let's see if it
Nice.
blows up. It does not, surprisingly.
Yay. So you do believe that this is going to take effect. It is just going to take some time. Probably will not take another casting. It's just going to take time for it to take effect.
Well, we got a whole 8 hours of rest right now.
Yep.
I got first watch.
I'm gonna look over.
Oh, actually,
and say, "Well done."
this was the next morning.
Yeah, this was
yeah,
the
this
next
was
morning.
after the
Yeah,
rest.
this is morning.
But we've
Oh,
got
okay.
our whole trip.
But you got your trek.
Well, he's
Yeah.
on the sled, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well done, Forsyth.
You know the difference between a sled and a sledge, right?
No.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
only
one
2
has-
poles.
Yeah.
Isn't that called a
With
litter?
Called a what?
No, that's
Litter?
you
A
have to
litter would
carry it.
be a litter would have to be carried by two people. Sledge, the two ends of the two poles, the one end of each pole is on the ground crossed.
Right.
There's
I've always thought that was a litter, what you're describing, but that's okay.
yeah, a litter would be carried by two people, one at each end. A sledge only needs to be pulled by one, and since the bear's pulling it, it's fine.
Yeah.
So you
The
continue
terms
to
get
trek.
mixed up a lot.
It's easy enough.
Yeah, I
The-
knew what I meant.
My bar.
So you continue to trek southward. About midday, you begin to see some activity at the southern wall. The villagers will let you know that is where the workers are.
It's the Night King.
So midday, you're coming up to a set of workers. They seem to be working the southern wall, chipping away ice. You do see off to the side, kind of in a pen, about 5 or 6 snow lopers in a pen. They're huge, and but they seem to be working. The villagers kind of come up and they start calling out for a gentleman by the name of Corin.
How's the frozen guy doing?
About this time, he seems to be starting to react or respond to some things. He's not really moving a whole lot, but like the eyes are starting to blink, the fingers are starting to wiggle. He's coming around, but
I'll make sure to tell him not to move too much until the spell is completely worn off and he's not frozen anymore. Just to avoid any more damage.
all right. He will respond accordingly. He will just chillax and wait.
Forsyth to the rescue.
The villagers call out for Corin, a tall 6'4" human comes forward. He's big, he's buff. Comes forward and they begin to chat. He asks Corin if the rest of the villagers, I forget the name of the village already. Something that, I don't know, Gera, something Gera.
Find it for you. Ain't doing much of anything.
Small town. Lipgera.
Yeah, it's
The villagers that you traveled with will inform him that they are from Lipgera. They will ask about the other people from Lipgera. They will let him know. They will call over about 3 other people, and they will begin to talk about when they were coming up this way, or coming down this way, I guess I should say. They're going south. Coming down this way, that they got hit with a really nasty snowstorm, and when it passed, it was Balasar was like this, and there was really nothing they could do. They tried to do a few things, and it didn't work. He just turned to ice basically before their eyes. So they continued on to the southern wall where they knew there would be others and the safety of numbers.
Well, that was probably the wise decision at the moment. But I'm glad that we ran across him.
As are we. He is looking better than what we left him as.
My young friend here was able to reverse the course of the magic.
We thank you.
Ain't nothing.
Showing his true druid form right there.
He just turns into
Can
a
I
cat.
say that's neutral?
You are welcome to stay here if you'd like.
Before we do that, do any of you recall any sort of temple south of this location? Southwest, most likely.
There is strange things that happen to the west of here. If you just follow the wall further west, there are some strange things that happen there. We have seen some snowstorms cross the plains here, but they don't hit the southern wall. At least not here. Perhaps we are just in a more protected area per se. So it's pretty safe here.
I'll pull up my map and I point to that crenellation or castle-looking thing.
Yeah.
Is that about the location?
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Do you know the way on top of the wall from here?
We have never tried to scale the wall. We just kind of
Okay.
chip away at it from the bottom. I imagine if you have a way to scale the wall, sure, you could reach the top. If you look up, it's a good 20, 30 feet tall.
I'll
Oh,
take a
that's
look.
side.
all.
I'll fly up and take a look.
I was thinking like hundreds of feet or something.
No, I don't think it's that tall. Let me double check, but I don't think it's that tall. Just nobody bothers to venture because it's cold. I don't think it's that tall. Let me reread so I know for sure, and then I'll be able to tell you. Yeah, well, it actually doesn't tell me how tall it is.
EM Fiat.
Although, looking at a picture that I have here, it's definitely taller than 30. I'd say it's closer to like 80 feet tall.
Okay, that's
Still doable, but
yeah.
Speaker will fly up. I want to look at the top of the wall.
all right. You fly up, you take a look over the top of the wall. It's like a flat, sheer piece of ice.
It just keeps going
that
and
just-
going and going.
Yeah, that just seems to go on forever. Looking out, if you get kind of closer to the ground and looking out over the horizon, you do see what appears to be maybe a building far off to the west.
The one that matches the location on my map.
Yeah, you figure it's about that location.
I'm down and say, are we going to continue? I found the building up on top of the ice.
They said it would be about a half day's journey from here.
Going
it's
around
about
them,
midday right now.
but that's going around, not up and over. Could be less.
Could be less.
Could be. Is
Shall
the
we?
building up on top or is it down
It's
low?
up on top.
Then we might as well go up there first. It would put us there close to nightfall.
That's fine.
I think
We
that's
make
all
camp.
right. Then yeah, I'd say why don't you go ahead and ferry us up to the top of this wall and we'll go
That's
on
what I
from
will
there.
do for those who want it.
All right.
Fix would go.
All right. So Fix, Kadeth, Evangeline, Forsyth, Seeker, you head up. Kosha says, unless you feel you need me, I feel I should stay here.
I agree with you. Would you like to know why?
I mean, sure.
You finally made a decision.
Well, I figured these miners may need some protection, and if they should travel northward, perhaps they will need protection then too.
And I think you will be able to help them with that.
I will do my best. And
Do you
Kosha
think
looks
you'll
at
ever
Harry.
get back to Thrice?
Very well. Serve the Raven Queen well.
I ask her, do you think you'll ever get back to Thrice?
I'm sure I will go back to Thrice someday.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, hopefully I will see you there again someday.
yes,
I
I
think
do
we'll both be
hope so.
changed for the better by then.
Probably so.
I think you possibly both already are.
Maybe.
Have a safe travel.
You too.
You guys head up to the top.
Yep.
And you begin to head toward the building that you can kind of make out on the horizon. It's kind of hard to make out. It almost looks the same as everything else, but it does stand up tall, which is why you can see it from the flat surface. You begin to head that way. Night begins to fall as you near the building or the fence. You come up to basically what is an ice fence, or maybe a fence that's just covered in ice, but that's what it looks like. And it looks like it's surrounding an area. There is a couple of doors there. It seems the doors are also ice, but it's not completely iced over. They are separate things. So you're beginning to think this might be an ice. This is made of ice in some manner. And they are closed currently.
So we camp out here, or we get inside and perhaps find shelter.
Well, what is it? Nightfall already?
The sun is setting. It's gonna be gone in a half an hour or so.
I'd say we can probably camp out here and attempt to go in the morning. Although we may need to be extra vigilant on our watches.
First watch.
All right. Seeker has first watch.
Right.
Can do second, I guess.
Okay.
Do we want to do 2 4-hour watches?
I think that'd be prudent.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I'll take one of those watches.
All right.
Fix will join.
Okay. Seeker and Evangeline. I'm gonna say if you're doing 2 4-hour watches, you guys are gonna watch together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Roll
Most
me
likely.
both of you with perception or one of you with advantage.
My perception's +6.
My perception is like +3, plus nothing. I'll give you advantage.
Then. Advantage it is then. All right.
Plus nothing. Nada.
21.
21. All right. You, during your watch, are going to hear some noises coming from beyond the fence, the wall, basically. It's odd noises. There's some crunching sound as if something's walking across snow or maybe even gravel, small rocks or something of that nature. There's definitely some crunching sounds. But on top of that, you almost hear metallic, like 2 pieces of metal being rubbed together, that kind of sound, a little bit of a shrieky sound coming from within the walls.
From inside.
Yep.
Do you hear that?
Yes.
What's your take?
The sound
Sister with Arcana.
the sound of squeaky armor walking across something crunchy.
Squeaky armor.
It sounds like Jody's work door.
Yeah. Man, it's the creakiest. I could have a haunted house where I work. Every door is just.
WD-40.
Can I roll something to see if I can like
Place the sound? Sure.
place the sound? Yeah.
You may roll me either your Arcana or your Nature
Okay.
to
It
kind
will
of
be
place the
Arcana.
sound.
For a 21.
21. Okay. As you sit there and you kind of listen, it reminds you a little bit of your construct
Okay.
in the way that it sounds, except it doesn't really sound like it might be full body. It's like if you took your construct down to its bare bones, just the things for its legs and the thing for its back and the thing for its head, like
Just
not
its
the actual,
mechanism.
just its
skeletal.
mechanism. It's skeletal. Yeah. You kind of feel like it's the very bare bones of whatever this machination is, what it kind of reminds you of.
I will share that it's basic, sounds like the basic structure of a construct. You can cast invisibility, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Very good. Then I suggest you get on your broom.
To do what exactly? It's inside the building, Evangeline.
Well, it's inside the wall.
It's inside the wall. Yeah,
When
I
you
was gonna
say inside the wall, do you mean it's inside the perimeter of the wall or it's actually
Yes.
inside the wall? Oh, I
No,
wish I
inside the
had
perimeter
understood
of the
that.
wall. Sorry.
And I will cast invisibility on Seeker
Oh, excellent.
so
I'll
that
make
he
sure I
can
hold
not
my
only
broom before you do
fly.
that so that that's invisible
Yes.
too. Okay, I
Alright.
have 300-foot superior dark vision, meaning low light, like darkness is low light to me.
Okay.
No, darkness is regular light to me. I think. Let me double check that.
I think darkness is dim. And dim is
Doesn't.
regular. I think.
So darkness is dim, right? So I see in dim light as if it were bright light and darkness as if it were dim. So there we
Okay.
go. Yes. So I'm going to
All
go
right.
up about 30, 40 feet into the air. Oh, no, I'll go 50 because I can see pretty damn far and see what I can see inside the wall.
You are going to see inside the wall as you fly up. The map is on Owlbear. As you go up over the wall, the two structures outside the wall are not there. It's just the wall. But as you go up over the wall, you do see what looks like a castle courtyard or a keep of sorts. You do kind of see that up over the wall, and there is actually a shut door. It's not open. But you do also see beyond it that.
What is that?
You
Are
have
we in
never seen.
Owlbear?
Yes. You see a metal structure that's like pieces of elongated metal connected together by balls. It seems to be moving around. There's spikes and stuff at some of its connections. It definitely seems to be moving like a
Sentry?
four-legged creature.
And is it in a sentry pattern?
It seems to be not necessarily taking a pattern, but it does seem to be moving about the entire area. Slowly,
I will take a look
methodically.
and do a perception to see if I see anything else, if I might.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. A nat 20. Wow, that's the second perception nat 20
Wow.
tonight.
All right.
So that's a 26.
Okay. As you're looking around, you see that areas around this are caved in. You are going to see that. So this is it almost like it's raised, but it's going out over top of almost a valley in the ice. You are going to see that there are some doors to the northern side up here that seem to lead into a structure, which you're figuring from the distance that you were at, this is probably the structure you were seeing, is that structure there. But no, you don't see any other moving creatures or anything like that out here.
I'll come back and share that with Evangeline.
Very
At this point,
interesting.
it doesn't seem to be taking notice of you guys outside the wall. It just seems to be moving around in this area.
Probably not. Do we can just continue to watch and take a
Yes.
full rest?
We need the rest. Well,
Yes.
some of us do.
Yes. We'll keep a watch then and inform them when we wake them up for next watch.
Agreed.
All right. Kadath, Fix, you get woke up for the next watch.
And
Do we get
fill you
told
in.
about that? Okay. Interesting.
We'll take care of it when we're all awake.
Yeah.
All right. You spend your watch listening, paying attention to it. A couple of times it sounds like it gets closer, but for the most part it seems to be staying on the far side of whatever Seeker saw on the other side. It seems to be staying on the far side for the most part.
Knowing the I will listen and cast comprehend languages to see if they're communicating at all.
There's only one. Are there more than one?
No, there's only one.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah, well, they as
I
in
mean, that's
a singular they.
I thought there was something I missed. That's all.
Oh,
That's all.
no, there's only one. Languages. No, it does not seem to be sending out any kind of language that you can tell. The creaks and stuff just seems to be it moving.
Okay. So it's not walking around being like, nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nope.
Instead, it's saying there can be only one.
There can be only one.
Okay, Highlander.
Trouble you've seen or trouble you've been?
I don't know. The first song that came to my mind was "All by Myself."
Nice.
That song's so sad. So sad.
It is. I actually banned it from my dorm room.
Lonely,
Why?
I'm so lonely.
I had a roommate that was
Emo, super emo.
that-
Oh
well,
my gosh.
It could easily get depressed. Like she could fall into depression very quickly and very easily.
She
And
could
every
not
so
find
often-
her way out of a wet paper bag.
No, she couldn't. She's very directionally challenged. But yeah. So I would come in from class or something, and she'd be sitting at her desk just zoning out while that song was playing. I'm like, you are not allowed to listen to this song ever. So I banned it. So
Do we make
anyway,
it to morning?
yes, you make it to morning. What would you guys like it to do?
So I'm going to do something that I'd never thought to do. It didn't say when I have to do it. I'm going to vigilant blessing myself.
Okay.
It says, as an action, you give one creature you touch, including possibly yourself, advantage on the next initiative roll the creature makes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
clear.
Yep.
So I'll just touch myself with that.
All right. He's gonna bless himself.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag blessed.
Well, bless your little heart.
You know, in the South, that's so how you say F you, right?
I know.
Oh,
Actually, it
I am a
depends on
Southerner.
how you say it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly how it would be said.
yeah. Well, bless your heart. Your mama.
Oh, bless your little
So-
rum-soaked soul.
all right.
Well, I'm happy to take point.
All right. You guys will prepare yourselves to go in. How are you getting in? The doors are closed.
Well, I'm going to
I-
fly up and over and see if I can unlock it.
Battering ram.
While he's at that, I'm going to try to pick the lock.
I put one in my pocket while you weren't looking.
Hey, we're not playing with
do-
encumbrance rules. We can do that, right?
Yep.
I have a thief.
Sure.
I have thief tools.
Rhonda does have a pocket of holding.
Yeah, I still don't think I don't even think a bag of holding would hold that battering
That's
ram.
true. It's only got
Is it-
2-foot
Is
diameter
there
or
is
something.
there
Hey, not all battering rams are that big, but they
True.
are extremely heavy.
is there a lock I can pick?
As you take a look at the door, it doesn't look like it is locked. It does look like it needs to be pushed, though.
Okay.
If you fly
I
up and
will.
over,
I will take Fix's acetylene torch and cut.
as you fly up
wondering
and
if it-
over, Seeker, you will see that these doors do go outward. They will not come inward. You can see by the hinges looking at it that there's no way to push them in. They have to be
Are the
pushed
hinges
up.
iced over?
No, it's just the way the hinges are designed, where the
I'll just
doors
push.
can't be this way. You
I'll
have to
push
that
out
way.
then.
All right. You take one door
side.
and you push it.
Mm.
What is your strength?
100.
100. Well,
No, I'm
good,
kidding.
but I
13.
still have
13.
100.
13. 13.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Oh, me and athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
Athletics. 17. And that's
Alright.
with a +1. Nice.
All right. So you manage to get down there and you kind of put your shoulder into it, basically, and you start to push that door. It is heavy, but you do manage
It
to
ain't heavy.
push it
It's a
open
father.
just enough to be able to get people in. And you hear the creaking sounds suddenly stop.
Of course. I'm looking at it.
It is also apparently looking at you, but you can't really tell. It doesn't have eyes.
It is facing in your general direction.
It is facing in your general direction, so you're
Mhm.
inside pushing the gate outward. The rest of you are outside getting ready to come in.
Does its father smell of elderberries?
It probably well, probably not.
Nope, its
So
mother
It does
did.
whine a lot.
this is where we are going to take a bio break
Okay.
because I need a bio break and we'll come back to a combat.
I love combat.
right.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
And we're back.
All right, we're back. We've already rolled initiative. The map is in there if you need to find it. It was the other cold weather map to the left of the one that we had before in Owlbear. And I already put Seeker on the inside. You guys are ready to come in the door.
Sure.
And we're going to start this at the beginning of the initiative because it's aware of you. You are aware of it. There's no real surprise round. You got the door open. Vix, you are first.
Oh, I was first? I thought Kadath was first.
No,
You
Kadath
were
is
wrong.
19.
Oh, I thought he was higher than that. Okay.
Nope.
I
I'm
mean,
third.
that's pretty high for him, but
I'm rolling decent tonight. Of course, now that combat's started, I won't. But
Do I have any clue what the hell this thing is?
you've had it described to you, and now that the
I don't think
door's
you can
open,
even see it yet, actually.
I was going to say, now that the
Yeah.
door is open, you will be able to kind of peek through. You can kind of see it, but you have no idea what it is.
How do I put us in initiative order on this screen?
On which screen?
It's in initiative order
It's
from
in
what I can
initiative
see.
order.
Oh, then
Refresh.
I'm on the top.
Nope.
No, in
refresh.
the initiative
there.
tracker, not
Oh,
the
Oh,
players.
The
not the
swords.
player order.
Cross swords.
Cross
Click on-
swords, okay.
Yeah, click on that. That's where you're going to see the initiative order. And
Alright.
Thank you.
Right.
Wrong person's
I
highlighted.
just couldn't remember how.
Yeah.
I know you guys have told me 100 times.
What?
No worries.
No.
He is going to go there, and I guess we'll find out if fire
Thank you.
works as he casts firebolt upon it.
Bolt or ball?
Bolt.
Oh.
Firebolt.
I want to see if it
Fire.
actually affects it before I waste something like fireball.
Is that a to hit or a reflex?
Yeah, it's a 2-hit. 23.
23 hits.
Alright. For 14 points of damage.
14.
So is it being aggressive? Is that what we're taking? It actually looks like it's coming for a fight?
It definitely looks aggressive,
Okay.
but it just kind of turned and looked at you at the moment. Well, looked at you. You can't really tell. It's not got eyes, but it does have somewhat of a head with a nasty spike. 18 damage?
No, 14 damage.
14 damage. All right. It seems to take all 14 of that damage.
Fireworks, fellas.
It
And lady.
works the way that you anticipated. All right. That brings us to. Is that it for you?
Yes.
All right. Evangeline.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am
That's
going
usually a good thing to do.
reach into my pocket.
I cannot read your mind.
Why not?
Sorry if I might. It ain't happening.
Oh my.
And I am going to pull out that despoiler.
Okay. Are you going to come through the door?
I'm going to come to the door, yes. That way I can see it.
To the other side?
I can move.
Right, please.
Yeah. Fine. Woohoo! Look at there. I rolled 2 dice. I rolled a natural 20 for my hit, and an 18 to make sure it doesn't damage there. And that's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, a 23 to hit. Sorry, wrong one.
Natural.
And 3d 3d6.
Gosh, 3d6, that's 12 or 18 already.
18, 19, 20, 21, plus another 3d6. 30 points of damage, force damage.
Goodness gracious. Well, it seems to work the way you anticipated it.
Okay.
It got a really good hit.
Did it look like it hurt it much? Like was it like this hurt? It was like, oh, what the hell, a gnat?
It's a little bit more like what the hell.
Okay.
Kind of gets knocked back a little bit from the force damage. Doesn't get knocked back enough to like take a step or anything, but you know, you see it kind of get knocked, and it's like what the. Seems to
Force
want
being
to-
the least resisted damage in all of 5e.
very true. And is that it for you, Evangeline? Oh,
That's it.
Buckley.
Buckley's gonna move.
Now he has to come through the door to see it.
Do
The full 40 feet.
gonna move his full 40 feet.
All right.
He's actually in the square though, right?
I don't know.
There he is. There he
Cody
goes.
can
So you have
fix him.
to move slow enough to knock him into.
I'll
the
be
square.
honest. I cannot see the squares on here.
It is hard to see the squares.
On most of the maps and stuff, I can't see the squares. And right now, I'm having trouble with my vision. So
All right.
All right, Seeker's between them, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I just threw Seeker in there. It's all right. That brings us to.
Now he's good.
Hey, there you are. Kadath.
All right, I'm gonna cast Hex on him. Then send a Eldritch Blast his way. Or a couple of them, I guess.
He has been hexed.
Okay,
All right.
well, one of them is a 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
The other's a natural 20.
That one missed too. Oh.
I was going to say that
That
will miss
20 will
also.
hit.
Ugh, gross. 21 damage total.
21 damage.
A mix of, if you need it split, it's a mix of force and necro.
Nope. All of that seems to do as normal.
Okay.
Okay. On its turn, you see. Oh no, it's Seeker's turn. Is that it for you, Kadath? Hex and yeah, move and.
Yeah.
All right, Seeker. It is your go.
Seeker is going to go up about
A big
40
hex.
feet.
Okay.
I'm going to 40 feet in the air. I don't know how you annotate that.
Oh, I'll just put a colored circle on you to say that. Hey, you're in the air.
And I'm going to chill touch it.
Oh yeah, I guess you can chill touch out of range, can't you?
Yep, 120.
Sounds so wrong, but yes. you
It
can touch
is. So that is
Touch
a
it from a distance.
16. Does
Uh,
a 16 hit it?
16 misses.
All right, then I missed.
All right. So you moved, you cast chill touch,
I'm done. Yep.
and you're done. Okay. All right. On its turn, you see some of the metal bars and balls and stuff kind of shift and reform just slightly. It seems to make itself a little bit more structurally sound. And it
It's
moves
Optimus Prime.
for it is
Oh.
Optimus. It can move 60. Dang.
Jeez.
Not fair. No.
So it
go
can
up
all
there and
up
get the
there.
middle of all of us. No. Keep moving.
It wants to be surrounded, really.
40 feet in the air, by the way. I said that, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna go there. for now. It's going to. It is going to make attempts at striking both Buckley and Kadeth. Buckley first. That is a 15 to hit Buckley.
Hold on, I gotta find his sheet.
Gotta find his sheet, huh? Ooh, how tall is he? 5, 10, 15. Ooh.
What's up?
It is actually gonna. Oh, nope. You're just out of reach.
Who?
You, currently.
Good.
He needs to be another 5 feet closer to you to be able to reach you.
Good.
Okay, maybe I'm not gonna find it. Oh, that's because I'm looking in them
AC, I think, is 15.
for Buckley.
For your construct.
It sounds right.
Well, if it's a 15, then I hit it.
Here he is.
Mm,
Yep, his AC is 15.
okay. So it is going to get struck 6 points of piercing damage. And whatever it's immune or resistant to, you just need to let me know. But it's also going to take 16 points of cold damage.
Okay, let me look up here. So how many? 6 and what?
6 and 16, so a total of 22.
Man,
Ouch.
Unless they're resistant to cold.
That
I
hurt.
don't know if your construct is or not.
it doesn't say on here that he is.
Okay. Because I know some are and some are not. Just all depends on the artificer construct rules. It is going to attempt to strike at Kadeth for a 11 to hit. That was a lousy roll.
Misses.
And having missed you the first time, he's going to try to hit you the third time. That gives me a, ooh, that was a good one. That was a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
And 11 points of cold damage.
Ouch. I'm gonna use my whatever it's called, Stone's Endurance.
Stone's
to
Endurance.
reduce that.
Did you have Armor
Oh.
Agathis going?
No.
Alright.
All right, you use your Stone's Endurance to avoid some of that damage.
A whole 4.
All right. As it shifts and gets ready to alter its form slightly again, it comes to Forsyth's turn. And that pierce, that was basically just one of its spikes going into you. It
Yeah.
feels like you just got stabbed by an ice cube. Or I guess an icicle, because a cube wouldn't stab. It would
If
bludgeon.
a cube stabs you, that is some force. That is a lot of force.
Need a
Forsyth's there.
60,
A what?
60 foot, a 60 foot. How big is this room?
It's outside.
Or
It's not
area?
really a room.
It's outside.
But the
No
yeah,
problem.
so you
That
got plenty
works
of
even
room.
better.
Okay.
All right, let's go with call lightning then.
All right. Can be
So,
done.
60 feet circle around, centered on him.
Centered on you.
Yeah, 60-foot radius.
It's electrifying.
Well,
Electrifying.
centered on
big
the
bad guy.
the creature.
Centered on the bad guy.
Yeah, the
Got
bad
it.
guy.
me get something a little bit darker here.
Sorry about this, Cadet.
Fine.
Because you're going to take damage too.
60
Not if you
foot
hit it on the
radius?
back axis.
Did
I
you
was
say
No,
gonna say,
it's not the way.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
It's big.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
that
gonna
takes
hit
up
all
the
of us.
whole area.
Yeah, we're going 4th level.
It'll hit
Yeah,
Question.
but
everybody,
it
not
I'm just
just
gonna
me.
say that's
within,
the whole area.
Oh, okay. So we'll center it on the lightning strike. Yeah, okay, that works.
Okay.
And the lightning strike will be on the back half of it, so that way it doesn't hit Cadet because it's just
There you
anything
go.
within 5 feet of the
Okay.
strike point.
Okay,
Before
at
you
the
roll
strike
damage,
point, not the target. Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
2 by
it says
2 square.
center. Yeah, because it says anything within 5 feet of that point.
Okay. All right.
So need a dex save.
so real quick, Jody,
He's not very dexterous. Oh, but that was a good roll. Yeah.
what was the weather like before he cast the? Was it stormy?
It was cloudy. It was not necessarily stormy, but it is cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So if it's saved, it's going to be 7 points of rolled real bad.
26.
Yeah, that's better than the 13 DC.
Yeah, much.
My DC is really low, but we'll get there eventually. Okay, so 7 points of
Lightning.
lightning.
Okay, and that was halved already?
That's halved. Yeah,
Okay.
this would have been 15.
All right.
Rolled real bad. That's 4 dice, 4d6.
However, had he not avoided it, it would have taken that full damage, you figure.
Yeah,
He is not immune or resistant to lightning,
Right.
so you have discovered. Anything else you
and
want
I
to
will.
do? You moved, you cast.
Yeah, not at this
Well,
point.
Okay. All right. That brings us back to the top with Fix.
Mm,
You saw Kadeth get hit pretty hard, so you know that
yeah.
getting close to this thing can be dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I don't plan to get close to this thing.
But you should. You really should.
No, I'm okay. I
When
mean,
she says that.
you know, I would, but I'm not going to. So, what is the range of that spell? Oh, that's a 60. Okay, that will work. So first, he's going to do another firebolt.
Okay. Oh no, that's a to hit.
Yep. If my dice will stay on my table. Um,
Stay on the table.
that is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. For 18 points of damage.
Pretty good.
Oh, wait, sorry, no, that was 15. It was a 9 and a 6. I thought it was 2 9s.
Alrighty.
All right, so that, and then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Kadath and tell him to beat the hell out of that thing.
What does Shield of Faith give me?
It gives you +2 bonus to your AC.
Cool.
All right. +2 to your AC, and you may use your reaction for an attack.
Yep.
And I will do that. Swinging my sword. Oh, wait. No, I can't because I've already used my reaction.
For
How
what?
did you use your Oh, your Stone's
Stone's
Endurance.
Oh, you're right.
You could give it to the construct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the construct is in melee.
I don't
with it,
think it gets
but
reactions.
I don't.
A construct, yes, it does.
It does.
It gets a
Uh-huh.
specific reaction.
Yeah.
It can't use its reaction for other things. It just gets one thing that it can use its reaction on.
Yeah, its reaction is deflect attacks, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
You have to. I think you have to be able to do basically an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. And Kadeth is too far away from it. Let me actually double check something. Does it have to be a I think it has to be a weapon attack, but I'm not sure.
I think you discussed this once before, and that's what you determined. But
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
determined it is a weapon attack,
Yeah,
but I
make
don't
one
think
weapon
it
attack.
specifies melee, so it can be a ranged weapon.
Yeah. But I
But
wanted
it
to
has
give
to be a weapon.
I wanted to give Kadeth some protection anyway, so I'll keep with that. And
Okay.
I don't have a limited uses of the voice of authority, so it's all good.
Okay. All right. So, Kadeth, you've got a nice shield going at the moment.
Gond is protecting you.
Oh, I'm sure the Raven Queen appreciates it.
Evangeline.
all right, I am going to cast
Wow,
Witch's
okay.
Bolt.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits.
For 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay. And now there is an energy string, in essence, attaching you to it at the
Yes.
moment.
And the construct will get some sparks and buzzes going on. He is repairing himself.
Okay.
And he is repairing himself for 15 points of damage.
Okay. That brings us to Kadeth.
Alright. I'm going to also do Hexblade's Curse on it,
Okay.
my bonus action. And then swing my sword twice.
I'll make it red.
Ugh, gross. Natural 1
Well, that's a swing and a miss.
and a 14.
That misses. All right. I biffed it. Anything else you want to do? No, because that was bonus action.
Actually,
so-
I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll one of those.
Okay.
I can try and get something. 20.
That hits.
All right. Uh, 17 damage.
17. All right. You are going to see as you hit it with your sword, some of those bars and balls kind of come apart. He's starting to split apart a little bit. But he shifts and oh no, it's Seeker's turn. I want to do that. I want to go before you, Seeker. I'm sorry.
I know, it sucks. I'm going to go up another 30 feet,
Oh, dang.
straight up.
All right.
So I'm now at 70 feet,
Nice.
and I'm going to cast what will be the equivalent of a third level chromatic orb at it.
Okay.
And I have to hit. So that is a 25 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right. And at third level, that would be 5d8.
Ouch.
And this is going to be fourth.
Okay.
Or lightning. Lightning's been working. I'll do lightning.
Yep. That'll work too.
So I've got to roll one more, so that's 14 plus 6 is 25, and then one more. 20, 30 altogether.
30 points. All right. You strike it with the orb. Some more of those become disjunct. As you watch, is that it for your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you watch, some of those metal bars and balls and stuff kind of pull back together. And he turns. He technically could crawl over you guys. Because you are 2 sizes smaller than him.
Could, but why would he want to? We're too cool.
Because.
He should just stay there and take it.
He wants to do an attack that hits as many people as he can. That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Psh.
It is going to. How intelligent is it? It's pretty intelligent. All right. It's going to crawl over Kadeth. It's very eerie to kind of have this thing crawl over you.
Okay.
It's like 20, 25, 30. And I realize I just lost Forsyth in there.
Oh no.
Okay, you're in there. And it is going to start striking out in multiple directions.
As a reaction, I cast can't do it.
Can't do it.
Don't say no.
Just say no.
Yep.
Its DC is 400.
He's testing. I don't think so.
Yep.
I don't think so. All right.
Homie, don't play that.
He is going to strike at Kadeth first. That is a 20. Where is his plus? A 25 to hit.
Is he smacking at us with advantage or something?
At Kadeth,
Yep, at Kadeth. That's the first strike.
my defender, my
Okay.
Buckley, will use his reaction and deflect the attack,
Oh, okay. What does that do?
which means you have to re-roll and take the lower of the two numbers.
Nice.
Doggone it. Curse you, Aqua Scum. That's only a 14.
Did that help?
That misses. Yep,
All
that
right.
helped.
The next one he's going to strike out at is Fix.
Is he attacking with advantage?
No, he is not.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Do I have any reactions that can help me? Nope.
'Cause he can't reach Seeker.
Nope. He gonna hit me.
All right, that's a 7 piercing.
I imagine if Seeker was on the ground, you'd roll 22, 22, 22, 22.
Quite possible.
Exactly what you needed to hit me. 21, sorry. 21, 21, 21, 21.
And
That's why I'm not there.
and 19 points of cold damage.
Okay. I'm going to cast Absorb Elements as a reaction
Okay.
at level. What level do I want to do this at? I'll do it at 2nd level.
Okay.
It's not going to get completely through, or it's not going to get rid of all of it, but.
With 19 coming your way.
Okay.
A lot of damage at this level.
Yeah. Uh, I like that roll. Okay. So that means he did 7. I maxed out my roll.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
and it takes 15 points of cold damage if it takes cold
Alright.
damage.
It takes it like a champ.
Does it affect it at all?
Not at all.
Okay, figured as much.
He is
But
immune
it
to the cold.
kept me from dipping into
Kept you
any of my
from.
actual hit points.
I swear you heard it
Hey.
say.
The third strike is going to strike out at Evangeline. And that is a 19 to hit you.
All right.
Ooh, that was rough. 10 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
I maxed out my piercing damage. But the cold damage was rather null and void. That was only 9 points of cold damage because that was a lousy roll.
9.
9. 9 was lousy, yes.
I would have used my shield, but it wouldn't have got me up enough.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
damage it did to me
Save it.
initially was cold damage, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was the extra 11.
Yes.
So that means I took 5 less.
Okay.
Forgot about that because I'm
Yeah.
resistant.
It's up to you guys to remember your resistances.
Resistance.
Never forget them.
I am
Never.
resistant to everything. Oh.
Yeah, no, I doubt that.
I'm immune to damage.
I'm immune to
Yeah.
damage. All right. Well, that was its turn. Forsyth, you're underneath it. It just totally just walked right over you.
Okay. Question.
Yeah,
Is there any flesh to this, or is it all metal?
it is all metal.
A giant transformer.
Now remember, Seeker.
Right.
Seeker is 70 feet in the air, so he's not in melee range with this thing. So
Yeah, and
just
and
so
I'm
you know.
3.5, and I'm 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, but he's
Okay.
sharing your space.
Yeah.
What do I have to roll to maintain concentration? Because I have
Oh,
a
yes.
concentration spell going.
That is Constitution saving throw.
Yep, I gotta do the same.
Yep.
You have
That's it.
Warcaster, you have advantage.
Yes, if you have Warcaster, you do have advantage on that.
All right.
What's
I'm gonna
the
move.
So my DC would be 13, I think. I made
Half
it.
damage or 10, whichever was half the damage you took, or 10, whichever is larger. So you took 7 plus the 7
19.
cold.
So it's
plus
26.
okay.
So 13 is my save DC, and I rolled a more than that. I rolled a
Okay,
23.
then you're good. Evangeline?
Okay.
I rolled a 22.
Yeah, you're good too.
All right. I moved somewhat,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack this spot right here, just where I was, basically.
Okay.
With the lightning still
All
at
right.
the 4th level. So I need a DC 13
Oh, yeah.
saving throw.
Dex, right?
Where are you
that
gonna
was
do
bad.
it?
Yes. Just where I
He's
was.
gonna do it
Okay.
here, the square.
So that's a 26 for damage.
Okay, he's gonna take all of that
Oh, good.
because I rolled poorly.
Yeah, and I am not going to become anything right now because I don't
Okay.
see how what the purpose would be if it's metal.
You see that strike land, and it kind of sparks out across its body a little bit, and some of the metal and whatnot become disjointed and fall to the ground. It is still moving, but you see it falling
But
apart.
slower.
Yeah.
Ah, good. And I think I don't have any bonus actions other than changing, and I'm not going to change right yet.
Yeah. Save that. All right. So you've stepped out from and under it and
Right.
shocked it. Gave it the shock value.
Shock the monkey.
back to the top with Fix.
I will leave my Shield of Faith going on Kadath. How does this thing look like really bad, or like it's
It
still
look
got some fight in it?
it's got a little bit of fight left, but it's fallen apart rather rapidly at this point.
Okay. Well, I wish that would have rolled one higher. 26 to hit,
That hits.
and then damage is going to be. Helps if I roll a d10 and not a d12.
Yes.
15.
How did I get a 12 on a D10?
Right?
All right.
And that was
More of it
fire
falls
damage.
apart.
And then, so that was my action. Do I have a bonus action I want to use? Nah, I think I'm good right there.
All right. Evangeline. How much
There.
damage from the witch's bolt?
Maxed
Are you gonna
out
keep that?
at 12.
All right.
At second level, at fifth level, it's 2d12, Evangeline.
Did you not roll 2 d12s?
Doesn't sound like it.
Add 4 more on.
Okay.
Just because it hit my other 12 sided there. Hit that other one.
It's
It
fine.
rolled.
It's good. It's good.
Ooh.
So you use the witch bolt again. Anything else? And then Buckley.
That's all from me. Then Buckley. Buckley.
More of it has fallen apart. It seems to be on its last legs.
Buckley's gonna do a force empowered rend. He's gonna make a waylay attack. A waylay attack.
Whaling
I'm
attack.
Those are 12 sided. That was a 12 sider. Roll the right dice. A 17 hit.
17 just misses.
Ah!
That brings
Pooh.
us to Kenneth.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna swing twice. One away from the crits. Pretty sure those both hit. 23 and a 26.
Yes and yes. You might take it out. See how
Or
much damage you do.
18 and 13.
So 31 total. That might have done it. Oof. Yeah. You swing your sword a couple of times, knock out some more of those connections, realizing that it has a weak spot there. And after your 2 times, you see the whole thing just kind of collapse. Now there's a pile of metal rods and balls and spikes and stuff all on the ground right there.
I'm going to hit it with a chill touch.
Oh, that means I heal 10 points.
It's because
Just cause.
I don't want it to heal like I saw it do twice.
Isn't Chill Touch cold?
Nope, it's necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Necrotic.
And they can't heal until my next turn.
Nice.
So
All right.
it's a touch at range, and it's
Yep.
chilly necrotic. Okay.
Yep.
It's a goosebumps type of
Yeah, no, I
eerie-
gotcha.
eerie
It's an
attack.
eerie chill.
Weird,
Yeah.
Weirdly
Period.
named spell.
It is a very oddly
gonna-
named spell, though.
I am back to full health.
It is.
Good.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
gonna
oddly
start
named.
taking pieces of it,
You're gonna
A
take some
cunningly
pieces.
disguised thingy.
plant them into the ground. In other words, just javelin them into the ground at disparate locations.
I'll
Okay.
help you do that. I don't want it to get together right now.
All right.
Six
You're
wants
gonna
to
know
spread it out.
Kind of metals it is made of.
What kind of metal is it made of? You're gonna take a look at that?
Yep, Fix would do the same.
Well, I will too because I do
Is there
play
a
with
core?
metal in my
There is no
other
core.
job.
Mm.
You look at the metal. As you kind of are looking at the metal, you see that it is very similar to the unobtainium. It's not exactly the same, but it has very similar properties to it.
I would collect a
That,
bunch.
do you still see magic on it?
There is no magic on it.
Is there an apparent heart place where everything comes together?
Yeah, she said no.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It just looks like, you know, those like the old-fashioned turtles on the playgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how it's built.
Okay. No problem.
And it moves of its own accord as best as we can tell right now.
Well, the turtles
Mhm.
on the playground have that little part at the joint at the top that's covered.
Well,
But anyway.
that's true. But imagine that was just another standard
Yeah.
joint.
Okay.
I
Standard
know
ball.
Fix would be collecting some of it. I don't know if Evangeline would be as well.
Probably.
Uh,
There's a reason why this metal moved.
I don't care why it moved. I care more what I can do with it.
I'm gonna try bending some of the metal.
Figure out what
using-
you could do with it, and I'll try to figure out why.
Yeah.
using a rock
Or how.
as a pulling
Kinda
around a rock.
Using a,
See if
yeah.
I can
okay.
bend it. Pulling it around a
Yeah.
rock or maybe Iran.
Seeing how pliable basically it is.
Well, seeing if I can make sure it doesn't ever go back together right.
Well, there's that too. You go to try to pull it around. Roll me an athletics check.
Athletics, not strength. Okay.
Well, athletics is strength based. I figured if you're proficient,
Yeah,
you can have
true.
your proficiencies.
Yeah. Oh.
That would
7.
be no.
So I know in like blade forging, one of the ways they test the hardness of the metal is they have files of different hardnesses. I'm guessing that toolkit probably came with something like that.
Yeah, you could probably mess with it, make marks on it, various things to see how hard it is.
Yeah, that's what
Kind
I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Okay.
an aerial scout while everybody's doing this.
I'll join you on that.
All right, I'll hit you up on the ride then.
All
Hop
right.
on.
While you're testing this the metal, you see that it is more durable, less pliable, it's more hard than the unobtainium that you have currently.
Mhm.
It is definitely more of a steel-like hardness.
It's canon now, unobtainium.
That's because
No,
we
no,
didn't get any.
I thought we called it obtainium.
Oh wait, now it's obtainium. That's right. You
Yeah.
obtained some, so now it's obtainium.
Yes.
We keep finding more of it.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
becoming obtainable.
Does it look like it is a composite alloy that maybe obtainium with something else?
Yeah, that's what you're figuring after
Okay.
all of the testing and stuff. It's obtainium with.
Okay. Fix would get very excited and go and like gossip to Evangeline.
Gossip.
Yeah.
You know what I heard?
You know what I found out? Look, I did this test and I did this, and then look here, I see these marks here. This was number 5. That didn't even leave anything. And yeah, he would definitely be kind of giddy talking about it.
I cast silence on my own head. Kidding.
All
I've
right.
already gotten in trouble with silence once before.
Yes, you have.
Yes, you have. Seeker and Cadet, you go up
Yes.
high and you
Mhm.
look around.
Yep.
Looking around, you don't see anything else. You don't see any movement. You don't see any creatures. Everything seems to be still.
I'm gonna land by the doors up there.
Okay.
Unless Cadet does not want to be ferried to the door, you need to tell me now because that's where I'm
I'm
gonna land.
good.
All right.
Where I figured we'd go anyways.
I'm just looking over the door. Hopefully we both are. Just see
Yeah.
if we see anything. Investigate, I guess.
Investigation, sure.
Investigation. Nat 20. Oh my God. This is great. 25.
And
I'm kidding. I should see it. Well, I don't know if you can actually. No,
I
but it's
rolled
not
the
gonna tell you.
opposite. I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Nice.
You're the yin to my yang, or the
All
yang to
right.
my yin.
Looking at the doors, they don't seem to be locked. You could probably push them open. They're not very heavy. They seem not to be made of ice, though they do seem like a hard wood, maybe reinforced with some iron. They are, with your nat 20, investigating it, you definitely see carvings on the door. I mean, Cadet, you see carvings on the door too, but they don't really mean much to you with a nat 1.
Yeah.
But with your
I
nat
mean, it
20,
gives me a total of 6. So
Some
with your
child's
6,
art.
you see pictures and drawings, though you will make out a snowflake. Um,
That's a door.
at the door
snow,
with
snow on the
carvings on
door.
it. Um, Seeker, you will see a snowflake, a very intricate snowflake carved in the center of each of the doors. And you're pretty sure that this is indeed a temple to some kind of ice god, goddess of some nature, given the snowflake.
I activate my comprehend the languages helm to see if I can read anything here. What the scratches are actually words.
Um, are they words?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
The more than words.
Just
Are they
kidding.
more than words?
You know, like the song.
No, they just seem to be scratches. No,
So I
no
point the
words.
snowflakes out to Kadath because I don't see his eyes going towards that. It's
All
like
right.
you don't see that. Look.
Oh, oh. Do I recognize the symbols as any specific deity?
Oh, the religion check. That's right.
You can do a religion check or Kadeth if you want to. You could do a history check instead if you want. I don't know
Okay.
which one's higher for you.
I'll roll religion. That's higher for me.
History for sure. 27.
22 religion.
Nice. All right. Kadeth, in the historical realm of things, there are a few gods or goddesses that might be related to cold, most of which are evil to some degree.
Mhm.
You are figuring this one, and Seeker, you know this too, that Auril, Auril, generally represents herself as a snowflake. And she is indeed evil. You will know, Kadeth, you will know that she is also known as the Frost Maiden or the Goddess of Winter.
That's cool.
That makes
Typically
sense.
does things of her own whim, whatever she feels. According to history, she's very fickle, however she feels at the time.
A bit chaotic
A bit chaotic,
and a bit evil.
a little bit evil.
He's a little bit evil. He's a little bit rock and roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was redundant to use evil and she in the same sentence.
Careful.
Your wife must not be alone.
Oh yeah, she is.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll pay
Seeing
for
if
that later.
Seeker
So
knows anything else. You have also read some texts that and Seeker as well, that sometimes she is also referred to as the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Hmm.
So that's what you know about this symbol.
Well. Hmm. So why would those people be sent here? Doesn't seem like a good place for anyone to be sent for safety.
Didn't they not interact with the temple much?
No, I mean the people from the city.
From Osnu.
The Osnuians
The Osnuians.
or
When you're,
Osnuites.
when
Osnuites.
you're all done lollygagging down there, there's a door here.
That there is.
I am not done lollygagging.
They got more lollygagging to do.
How much of the
I've said it 3 times, but I think maybe my mic was off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't heard you say anything.
neither did I.
Nope.
I want to pick up some of the joints.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
I don't
open-
know what you envisioned Fix getting, but he was just picking up like one of each part if there were, making sure
Okay.
that he has enough to use.
All right.
Are the joints the same as the rest of it?
The same type of metal, yes, but it literally is like ball and rods. Balls are the joints, rods were on the balls, basically.
About how big are the balls?
The individual balls are probably about this big.
Some big kahunas.
The rods were about that thick.
Are they
The balls were
solid?
tiny.
Do they feel like they're solid through?
They seem to be
That seems
solid, yeah.
solid to me.
Now, how
Seem
much
pretty
do they
solid.
weigh? Estimation.
Easily 7 to 10 pounds each. The balls.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna throw a couple in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Did the lights just flash in there, hun?
Yes.
Not that I noticed, but
Oh, I thought I saw them flash, but then it could have just been the computer.
I'll say yes because Rhonda saw him flash. I don't pay attention.
Well,
half the
I heard thunder off in the distance, so
Okay.
Keep in mind that my eyesight is hindered halfway.
just be aware if we go away suddenly, that's why.
That's why.
All right.
We're not actually getting any storm right here, but it's
It's close.
Somewhere.
close enough to be able to hear it, but not close enough to actually get any rain at our house because
Oh.
can't have that happen. Why would we want rain? It's only been dry
Right.
for the past 3 months.
So you pick up a couple of these pieces.
More than a couple, but yes.
Yeah. Each of you pick up a few of these pieces and drop them into bag of holdings and whatnots. Gather some things. Spread out the rest of them to various locations and get them wedged into various spots and buried a bit and things like that. And then you're in front of this door. Are you ready to go in?
I am. I've been ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. You head into the door. You push the door open and you see immediately there is probably a 20-foot-ish hallway that opens up into a very long room. You see in the center of this room, it appears to have a pool that looks like a solid sheet of ice. You see in little alcoves on the near side and far side, left and right, there are little alcoves with what looks like statues. In the center of this long hall, you will see a couple of alcoves that have like tables and a basin on each side. And there's pillars, about 6 pillars on either side of the pool that seem to be supporting the ceiling. And on the far side, you see a set of stairs ascending up to an upper level. The room itself it's about 75 feet long from tunnel to bottom of stairs. And you do see there may be, oh no, there's going to be some doors. You're going to see doors to the left and to the right at the end of the hall, kind of at the bottom of the stairs.
I'm gonna look in the pool,
Okay.
see if there's anything under the ice or anything like that.
All right. You approach the edge of the pool. I don't know where you guys want to be. You look down into the ice.
Are we on a map?
We are actually on a map if you guys want to be moving
It is a
that
blank map.
area.
It is a hidden map.
It is a hidden map.
It is hidden.
You go to the pool, you look down in, it's like crystal clear. It's just ice. You see the bottom of the pool. You don't see anything in the pool. Well, that's not true. You probably will see a couple of fish frozen in the water, to
Which
be
map?
honest. Like, it was just to the left of the one you were on.
Right, but we don't see a map.
Yeah, there's no map there to the left.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I have it. I see it.
That's because you're marked as a GM.
You're a GM on here.
Oh, okay.
So you see a lot of hidden things.
Does that stand for Grand Matron?
That's
Alright.
debatable, but
Hold Okay. Whoop. Grand Matron? Yeah. No. I mean, sure. Why not? That's debatable.
for me it stands for grandma.
Grandma. Okay, we're going to change this back to this. We're going to white out some things before I flip this over. I was like, dang, I wish you guys wouldn't see this. But now that I know that you can't see it. Nope. Let's get rid of that. I don't want circle. I want square.
And lightning's definitely lighting up the sky.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I want.
Supposed to be a thunderstorm tonight, supposedly. In your area, not mine.
Yeah, it mostly stayed south and east of us.
Hmm.
Some of it started to come up our direction, but dissipated before it got to Rita Ranch. It might have hit other
Okay.
parts of Vale.
Oops. Going back over here. And I will unhide the map. Haha. There you go.
Aha, hee hee, ho ho.
Oh, yeah.
How tall is the roof in here?
The roof itself, probably 20, 30 feet. Probably going to be about 30 feet.
It is not showing up on the feed. I don't know if it's that much of a lagger. behind.
I'm sure there is a lag, and there might need to be a refresh on Chuck's part. I don't know.
I'm not
I
showing
can
it.
see it now.
Okay.
Seeker's gonna be like his head is just barely brushing the ceiling.
Okay, so you're going to stay up high.
Yeah, so I can see further than
There we go.
I can see now on the ground. I can see more from
I
the
can
air.
see clearly now.
The ice is gone. No, it's not.
It is cold in here. It is quite cold in
Well,
here.
Kadeth?
so there doesn't seem to be
Any
anything.
magic?
Yeah, I'd say, is there any magic? But
You are going to sense magic from the 5, 10, 15, 20. Is it 30 feet?
Yes.
You're going to sense magic from this statue and from this statue.
and I'll walk up and down the length of the hall to see
You're
if
gonna
there's other spots of it too.
All right. As you walk down, anybody else gonna move?
I'll move above the left side, opposite of Kadath, but in the air.
Staying up in the ceiling.
Yeah. I'm kind of following his lead because he can see magic and I don't want to waste a spell slot.
How dark is it in here?
Surprisingly, it's not very dark at all. These little blue areas are lit up blue with magic. And
Okay.
Kadath, you're gonna see that those are also magic. It's like an eternal flame type thing.
And these are stone statues?
Those are stone statues, and as you get about halfway down, all 4 of these are glowing.
I'm going to move over to here and hold position.
Well, can I tell what kind of magic it is?
Probably a conjuration type magic.
Are you relaying any of this, Kadath?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be pointing things out as I learn it.
I think it's conjuration. Might be.
My construct is going to move. I moved him. He is in the process of following Kadath.
Okay. All
Fix takes his dagger and he pokes the tip of it into the water.
right. Okay. It like this much of your dagger gets into it. It is a solid sheet of ice.
Oh, it's. I start
Yeah,
like
it's
trying to
solid ice.
ice pick it.
All right. Well, as you get about halfway down, Kadath, and Seeker,
Mhm. I give myself advantage on initiative. I forgot to say that.
you give yourself another vigilant blessing.
Yeah, I can do that all day. There's no restrictions,
can.
apparently.
You're right. It's at will, I
Except
believe.
for your. Is that a spell?
No, it's an
an
ability.
ability, and it's
Oh.
not channel divinity. It's just an ability.
Nice.
Yeah, Twilight Clerics, man. You will see some ghostly figures begin to pull out of these statues.
Well, finally decided to join the party.
This battle might be over quite quickly because they are ghosts. It's hard to say. Give me initiative rolls.
Initiative!
Initiative.
Oh, that's better. A dirty, dirty 20.
Just gonna add this one to initiative.
Oh,
17.
Likewise.
16.
Forsyth will
Wow.
go first, I believe, because I've only got 10 dexterity.
I'm gonna
I
go first. I
have
got a 25.
I have 18 dexterity.
Somebody said 16. Evangeline, was that
That
you?
would
That
be
was
me. Yeah.
Evangeline, yeah.
Okay. And Seeker?
20.
Tavanti. All right, these ghostly statues begin to pull out. Oh, Kadath, what did you roll?
25.
Okay. I was like, I think 19 was your last one. Okay. Kadath, you are going to see these ghostly figures start to come out of the statues ahead of you. Quick glance around. You're going to see ghostly figures come out of the statues behind you as well. You are first.
Knowing that ghosts tend to not be as susceptible to flashing weapons,
Not much.
I'm going to send a couple other blasts at them instead.
Okay, which one?
The one closest to me, this one up here, upper right.
Okay.
A natural 20 and a 22.
All right. Both hit. Ghosts are not that hard to hit, really.
Okay, so grand total of 15 damage.
Wow. That's including your natural 20?
Yep.
doggone.
I don't get
Eh.
any bonuses. It's just a D10.
Oh, that's right.
Wait,
Unless you
wait, wait.
take that Eldritch thing.
I don't. Hasn't it upped the damage at this point?
Nope,
Isn't it 2d10 at this point?
nope.
Oh,
I get two. I get two blasts, but the
okay.
damage
So you should
never
have had
increases.
4 there. Yeah. Okay.
So I rolled a 2 and a 3 on my D10,
Oh,
Ugh.
and then the natural 20 gave me an extra 10. So yeah.
Well, okay. Good thing you did hit a natural 20, I suppose.
Hmm.
That one, it gets hit with some force damage, and it continues to try to move towards you. Seeker.
Did it seem to do much to him?
It did what you expected it to do. They're not immune to force
Okay.
or resistant to force. They're a good creature. Force gets through. Force gets through just about everything. Seeker.
Okay. Seeker's going to move to here in the air.
All right.
I think. Hold on, I gotta measure. Yeah, that'll do it. And I'm going to turn undead DC 14 Wisdom.
Ooh. Number 1 made it. Number
They're
2
probably all gonna make it. That's a
made it.
terrible DC.
Number 3 failed. Number 4 made it.
You're one of them.
So this one, is it immediate? Do they try to move
Yeah,
away,
they
or is
they
it
use
okay?
their reaction to move away for
Okay.
up to a minute or until they take damage.
3 feet. Well, it's going to move away from you, so 5, 10. It's going to move down this hall. All right. So that one failed
And that's all I can do.
for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this one's going to disappear out the door.
Ah!
he went to go get himself a coffee break.
You're
Yeah, he
supposed to
did.
be scared, not me.
That one is going to come to Kadeth. That is a 12 to hit you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's not going to do anything there. This one's going to, because you are the closest, it's going to fly up to you. Well, that was even worse. That was a 4 to hit you.
Wow, no, that misses horribly.
So
Do I even know he's there?
It's incorporeal, but hey. This one is gonna move downward because you're the closest living creature. It will not move toward the construct you noticed immediately. And attempt to hit. Oh gosh, where did these rolls come from? That was a 7 to hit you, Forsyth.
No, that's not gonna do it. That doesn't
Not
work for me.
gonna do it.
Yeah, and that's that. Forsyth.
Okay. Dang, I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to. Well, it is magic damage. I am just going to turn into a polar bear. I'm gonna bite and claw myself out of this.
All right.
He's got a hankering for ectoplasm.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite into that ghost. So let's try this first shot, and that's going to be, I believe, a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and that's 1d8 plus 5.
You guys want to go ahead and roll your to
So
hit.
that's
You're
13
probably
points of piercing damage,
okay.
and then I'm going to hit him with a claw,
All right.
and that's going to be a 18 to hit,
That hits.
and that's 12 points of clear all that slashing damage.
All right. That one is going to poof. as it disappears from, because you did enough damage to it.
Help take a bite
Poof,
out of
from
crime.
existence. Brings us to Fix.
All right,
And that
which one did
ectoplasm tastes funky.
Yeah.
Kadath hit?
The one that's by him.
Okay. And it whiffed madly. So, Fix will
Yeah.
target the one that is next to Seeker
Okay.
and use Firebolt.
Okay.
Oof, I will take that. Natural 20.
Definitely hits.
Yeah. Oof. Almost max on the damage roll as well. So 39 points of damage total.
Holy cow. Yeah, it's gonna poof. You see it right in front of you, Seeker. It gets hit by a fire bolt and it just kind of into mist, just and dissipates.
And you don't need like to use a special action to pull your sword and attack, right, Kadath?
No, I would have had my sword out already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will bonus action Shield of Faith on Kadath and tell him just smack it with your sword.
I'll try. That would be a 25 to hit
That hits.
or 11 damage.
Yep. That's enough to. Your sword goes through it and it turns into mist, and it dissipates. You've cleared those.
I'll sit back here and pick my nose.
I look to Seeker. Should we wait for
Mr. Potato
your?
Head does that.
Well,
I look to Seeker and say, should we wait for the other to return?
Certainly. Hold our actions and blast it back to the nether regions once it comes back in.
He comes
Right.
back. Hey guys, I got the coffee, and we all just blast it.
Yep. I'm gonna hand wave that because you guys, if all of you hit it, there's no doubt in my mind that you're gonna hit its hit points. That's for sure.
All right.
All right. So it eventually, after a couple minutes, it comes back in. You annihilate it, and it into smoke.
Oh.
And you don't see. Why are you moving my boxes? Don't
I didn't
move
mean
my
to move the box. I didn't know I could move the box.
What's in the box?
There, I put it back over.
You know, you could use fog instead of boxes.
I could use fog, but boxes were faster and easier for me to draw. All right, so that is where we're going to leave off for tonight. You are in this long room. You just dispatched 4 ghosts. And it's cold in here. That pool is ice. You began to dig at it, Fix, and you chipped away a little bit of it, but it is a solid black of ice. You're not going to, you realize after just a couple of minutes of chipping, it's frozen all the way through.
Okay.
There's no water under it. It's frozen.
Gotcha.
So you can stop sharing that. And so that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. You're in this room. You've just entered into this temple. That's a very nice round of thunder I hear outside. I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Thunder and lightning, very, very
I
frightening.
love thunderstorms.
It is fun sleeping here when it rains. Because we live in a metal house. You hear it hitting the roof and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
like, it reminds me of being out in a tent when it rains.
Yep.
Just that constant
Yeah.
patter.
I love that sound too.
It's soothing.
All right. Well, this is where we're going to leave you for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know when we're live, which is every Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday.
Hasta lasagna, everyone.
Hasta lasagna.
Hey, si lumbago.
You